here. That'll be the our canvas that we've got here. That'll be what we're talking about in that situation. So this will be something that we're going to turn on or off, and then that'll hide the black image and all the buttons and the text that's saying paused. So if we go back in here, we won't need the start function at all. So we get rid of that. And then in our update loop here, basically what we're going to do at first is just check if the thing is paused. So if is paused. So if pause is true, then we want it to show the pause menu. So what we'll say is pause menu canvas dot set active true. So what that'll do is if the game is paused, then it'll put the menu up perfectly for us. And then else, so if that is not true, then pause menu canvas dot set active false. Perfect. So if the game is paused, it'll show it. If it's not paused, it won't show it. And how do we switch between the game being paused and unpaused? Well, there's two ways we're going to do it. We're going to do it with our resume game, and we're going to do it by using the normal kind of way that people pause things in games by pressing escape. So we'll do this first. So if input dot get key down key code escape. So that'll check if the escape button has been pressed. So when the escape button is pressed, then we want to use escape for both pausing and unpausing the game. So rather than saying is paused is equal to true, what we'll say is paused is equal to not is paused. So if the game is paused already, it'll unpause it, and if it's unpaused, it'll pause it. And then finally what we want to do with our resume game here is the only situation where the resume game will be able to be called is when the game is already paused. So we will want is paused is equal to false. So the game is not paused once that's happened. So we'll save that there now, and if we pop back into Unity, we'll wait for this to compile, and we should have the basic functionality of it working, but we won't have our player won't be, we'll still be able to move around as the player for the moment, but we want to check that everything so far is all working fine. So once it's compiled, we'll have to assign the functions that we created to each button. So now it's compiled, and if we click on one button here, so resume, so we can go ahead and drag, create the function one by one, but a short way to do it is select all the buttons that we want, because we know they're all going to use the same object with the script attached. So we just select all of them, click the plus here, and then grab our pause menu, which would be a bad idea because, oh, we'll undo that. No, delete you. No, what we actually have to do is add our pause menu script to our pause menu first, or else we won't be able to do anything. So if we go to our scripts, we type in pause, we get our pause menu on there. Now we can click on our three little buttons, and if we scroll down, we can grab that pause menu, pop it in there. Oh, no, I want to select object. And now, one by one, see, this is all gone red here because we dragged the prefab in and then we deleted prefab, and now this is trying to find it. So what we need to do is break the prefab there. So now these go back to not being red again. But if we select our buttons one by one now, we've already decided that a pause menu is going to have our script on it. So we go to no function, we go to pause menu, and we got resume, and for level select we'll go pause menu, level select, and then pause menu, quit. So now our buttons are all attached up nicely, all sorted for us. So if we hit play, as you can see, these are all, oh, we haven't we haven't assigned any of this stuff here. That was bad. So we've got to put our canvas image in here so that it knows what thing to be able to turn on and off. And we actually should turn our canvas off by default for starting the game. And we've got our level select and our main menu options here. So what we want to do is make sure they have the same name. So if we click on levels here, so our level select is called level select, and our main menu is title underscore menu. Perfect. So now, this time we will hit play, and finally it will be actually working properly for us. So once it gets going here, as you can see, we're walking along, everything's fine, and then we pause the game. Oh, everything comes up. We can resume the game from there, or we can hit escape to switch between paused and unpaused. And we click level select, it'll take us out. Pop back in here. We can quit to the main menu. Perfect, that's just exactly what you want to happen. But of course, the only thing is, if we run the game again here, if we pause the game, oh, we can still walk around and jump around all over the place. And the easiest way to stop that is basically just to change the speed of the whole game. So what you want to do is, like, it's currently running at a speed of 1, which is the normal running speed of the game. And what we're going to do is just set the speed down to 0 so that the game is paused while we're paused. So what we'll do here, we already have our thing for detecting whether the menu should be turned on or off by the isPause variable. And all we have to do is add in a line underneath each one of these here. So what we'll just add in is time scale. So if the game is paused, we want to set the time scale to equal to 0 f, and then if the game is unpaused, we want to reset it back to time scale. There we go. We want to reset it back to 1f. And basically that's all you need. That's the thing that'll just be able to determine whether the game is paused and whether it should be, you should be able to move things around or else stay stuck in place. So we'll just save that, pop back in here, and we hit play once this finishes compiling down here in the corner. And once it all starts running, we should be able to see that the player can no longer move when the game is paused. So once it decides to go, here we go. So now we hit pause, and as you can see, the coins aren't spinning anymore. If I press the movement buttons, nothing happens. You can't jump, you can't do anything. It's perfect. That's what we want to happen. So there you go. That's the basics of creating a little pause menu. But what we want to do is be able to put this pause menu in all the other levels. So what we want to do is grab our pause menu here, and oh no, we don't want to drag it in there actually. What we want to do is go to our prefabs folder and drag it into there. So now it's created a pause menu prefab, and we're going to save that, save the level we're in, switch levels to level 2, go to our prefabs and just grab that pause menu and put it into place there. Do the exact same thing with level 3, just save that, prefabs, pause menu, drag that in there, and the same on our level select, prefabs, drag the pause menu in there, and there we go, perfect. And also, I've just noticed here, we've only got 2 exits on our level select, but we've got 3 levels, so we might as well, while we're here, we'll just duplicate this little level exit, and we'll just double click on him to zoom in a bit, and we'll drag that over to there, change level to load to 3, bang, hit save, and now if we play the game, we should be able to go through all the levels, and each one should have a pause menu activated. There we go. So we've got a pause menu and switch between. Let's go to level 2 for example. Now we've got pause menu here. Our player gets stuck in the air nicely in place, like just like we want him to. Oh, getting killed. We can use that to go back to the level select, and from level select we can just restart the level select basically. And we go in here. Oh, we haven't added level 3 to the build settings, but that's okay. So there you go. That's the basics for creating a pause menu in your game. Hopefully it should work out well for you. And we've got a lot of the basics of having your own platformer game going here now in the game. A lot of it is just about refining things from here, but we will return soon with some more platform tutorial goodness. Thanks for watching everybody, and I'll talk to you very soon. Thanks for watching this episode, and if you'd like to see just how some of the concepts we've covered can be brought together into a fully fledged game, then head to portalnauts.com and check out the demo for my game that I've been working on for the last while. It uses a lot of the concepts we've covered so far in the series, as well as other things that we're going to cover in the future. So if you want to get a feel for where we're going and what kind of things you can make with these with the basics of Unity, head over there, try out the game for yourself, and let me know what you think of it, of course. And the best place to let me know is to head to Twitter @GamesPlusJames. Say hi, I'm always there, ready to say hello and do stupid things. But also, if you'd like to see some of the game being worked on and developed in real time, head to twitch.tv/GamesPlusJames, where I regularly stream development of the game, and you can get to see behind the scenes of how things all work. So, head there, say hello, and I'll see you all in the near future.